up, everybody? I am Kayy Simone. Alongside me, I have none other than my main man, Ali John. And you are now tuned in for yet another episode of Champions Corner here at our home base of LRM Network. We have the lovely Coco Simone in the building with us today.
Hey, y'all.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Finally, another female. It be too much testosterone in this building.
I got you. I'm here.
We lit. So, I feel like every week we come on the show and we have some type of distress to throw on the table, but sadly we have lost the Black Panther, the wonderful Chadwick Boseman. So I just wanted to say rest in peace to such an iconic figure. I'm still like at a loss for words on it. How did you guys feel when you heard about the news?
These kids had a hero.
Yeah.
Other than, the regular skin color that we're used to. So now that, he's taken away from us, it's a very unfortunate situation for all of us. We had something different. We had a change, and that got taken from us. So it's unfortunate.
It's like, it almost don't feel real at some point. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like the kids had somebody to almost like look up to that wasn't, a rapper or an athlete. You feel what I'm saying? They had somebody that they could see in the movie, specifically Black Panther. They had their own superhero, and it wasn't too many prominent Black superheroes. And when I was growing up, at least that I knew about. So then when Black Panther came around, Black Panther, of course, is not new, but the resurgence of the Black Panther and the fact that he was played by Chadwick Boseman was something special, because that was like, I feel like he made it a point to take on a lot of powerful roles, especially within the last 6 to 7 years. He did the 42 movie when he was Jackie Robinson. I think he was James Brown in a movie, and then he did Black Panther, and he did a couple other real influential roles, man. And, all while battling colon cancer. And, it's just rough. It's just rough. So definitely rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. We lost a legend and an icon, seriously.
And it just makes me happy to know, like, that we really celebrated Black Panther the way we did. Like, everybody thought we was going nuts. Like, why they don't know? We celebrated. God knew. Like, that's really how we had to do it.
We really went all out.
All out.
We went all out for it.
People were dressing up in dashikis.
It was a purpose.
Yeah, people were going to see it 4, 5, 6 times. I know I went to go see it 3 times.
I watched it twice.
Yep.
So I'm glad we actually all did that. And,
Definitely.
It's a blade. Hindsight is always 20/20, and this is one time we get to look back and really
Absolutely.
be happy that we did what we did when it came to that movie.
Yes. So rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. And let's just, in the light of hard times, just learn to be like a little more kind to people as well. Like, I see Jess Hilarious came out and she had to apologize about a lot of comments that she made regarding Chadwick's health, and like, we really don't know what people are going through, and it really would not help for us to just kind of lighten up on the just being so cruel. But on a lighter note, back to our guest, Miss Coco.
Got 2 Simones in the building.
I know,
2
they're just like golden girls.
Yes.
So just let everybody know what it is that you do.
I'm a jack of all trades to start off with, but I've been a serial entrepreneur for 4 years now. I'm an event curator, I model, I'm a public speaker, and, I dip and dab into different things, and I own my own security company now.
Nice.
So,
Congratulations.
yes, thank you. It took work. It took so much work, but we're here now. I've been consistent for 4 years now, and I can honestly say, out of those 4 years, this year has probably been my toughest because of what I've gone through, but I feel like I'm starting to see some success now.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
What made you want to start a security company? That's so different.
That's why. I started my security company because, for one, I've been in a lot of situations as of, the past 2 years with my events and the moves that I've been making, and I realized that I need somebody to make sure that I'm protected at all times. And I've been in situations where I was, unfortunately, I had to suffer and pay the consequences for that. And I also, with my events, the bigger my events get, the more security I need. And I don't want to come out of pocket every single time for my events, because I have annual events, and now I'm looking at having them, between every 2 months.
Right.
So it's kicking up, and as that's kicking up, my audience is getting bigger, and as my audience is getting bigger, I need that security. So I just might as well just put it in there. And a lot of people don't know, but when I first graduated from high school, I didn't go to school. I didn't go to college. But I went into security. I was a security guard. I was a security guard at Newark Airport. I was a security guard at Barcode. I was a security guard at a lot of places.
Wow.
And I was just like, if this is going to be my 9-to-5 job, I'm going to find a way to incorporate that into my business that I have now.
Absolutely.
So the security was like my best option. And it actually worked, because a lot of people be having events.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yep.
So now it's just a matter of me putting my security company into different locations and different places and establishments now. So that's what I'm working on now. Yeah, because right now it's more so like everybody want to turn up, have the day parties, brunches, and all that. I'm trying to think like a little bit more bigger than that.
Absolutely.
So I'm at the first stage right now, but we'll see how it goes.
Nice. I'm so
Yeah.
happy for you. That's so dope. Where'd you recruit the guards from?
I knew them.
Oh, okay.
And because I also am strapped, so I was able to, as I go to the gun ranges and stuff, I see a lot of police officers. I see a lot of security guards there too, just getting their training. So I would go to them like, hey, you want some extra money? And they'll be like, yeah, that's dope. What you got going on? I'm like, okay, so this is the rundown, this and this and that. And they'd be like, oh, hey, dope, cool. They fuck with it.
Nice.
So I go from there.
Okay. She got the big dogs.
Big
Right.
dogs. Y'all see them? Y'all see the
I
pictures?
did.
I be looking at them like this. Like, here's your money. Like,
You even got them Coco security shirts.
yeah, I got the shirts and everything.
Gotta come correct.
They not coming to play
Yeah,
at all.
at all.
They mean serious business now.
So what type of events do you throw?
I'm really diverse with my events. It goes as far as things for men, women empowerment, charity work, clothes drives, artist showcases, festivals, cultural events. What else do I do? I think that's it. I'm trying to like dip and dab into different things, but I'm also working on a mission trip next year too.
Nice.
And I think what I want to do for the mission trip before I go is do a fundraiser gala. So I'm just trying to turn up a notch on the events. I feel like I did the artist showcases already. I did the clothes drives, which I'm going to continue, but I just want to move it to the next level. So, yeah. I try and do different events. I never want to stay with the same events, but I have them annually. So,
Nice.
yeah.
What are your favorite type of events to throw?
Women empowerment. But men don't beat me for it, because anytime I try and vouch for women empowerment, or I try and talk about like why I specifically like that's my niche. Obviously it's my niche because I'm a woman. So like females gonna be like, it's lit. You're lit. You got this event. It's a venue space. It looks attractive. It's it's aesthetically pleasing. So that I'm able to gravitate towards the women like that too. But it's just a good feeling to be able to get all women to come together and do something. You know how hard it is? I'm not, no shade, but even in Jersey, it's really hard to get women to come together and do something for a good cause, or at least do something to benefit for each other.
Right.
It's really hard. So I feel like I'm interested more in that because that's where we lack. So I feel like that's my challenge, because we lack in that aspect of things for Jersey and women. I feel like that's my challenge and that's my mission, to be able to make that a change. So
Why
definitely women
do you
empowerment.
feel like we as women lack those qualities, and what is it that we can do?
It's our pride. Ego. It's our pride. It's like you can't even tell another female, hey, I think you're doing really good, but here's where you can do better. It's an insult. Off rip. It's like, damn, like I'm not even trying to come for you. I'm really just giving you
helpful.
some genuine advice. Or it's like, hey, perfect example, like I won't say names tonight like that, but it's like me having an event, and I reach out to people and I say, hey, I'm having an event, but this is my event at the end of the day. So, come in and join with me. Oh, you think you're better than me? How?
Oh my God.
How? It's like, all I said was, yo, this is my event. and I want you to join on. Oh, so you think that you better? I'm not about to listen to you. You think you? I'm just like, listen, man.
What the hell?
This happens way too. No, and that's the thing. It might sound crazy to us, but it happens often, way too much,
Instead
way
of just
too
saying,
many times.
Yes, sis, what can I do to help?
What can I do to help? How can I join? You want to collaborate on this? Okay. But it's the ego thing. It's like you telling me what to do, so I'm not listening to you no more. I don't take shorts. I didn't even hand you a short, sis, at all. At all. So that's really the issue with Jersey.
Yeah,
And I'm sure, like, even though I've only experienced it in Jersey, I'm sure this is everywhere.
right.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is everywhere. And a lot of women have fallen into this. So I feel like this is kind of like my mission to do it. And I like giving back too. So besides my women empowerment events, there's definitely fundraisers, clothes drives, this mission trip that I'm planning and stuff like that. Like, I feel like I like to do things that humble me. I like to do things that make me uncomfortable, so it shows me my character. It builds, it molds me. Like, I like to do these clothes drives. I like to do things for the homeless and shelters and stuff like that because it makes me very grateful for what I have.
Yeah.
It makes me very humble for what I have. And I always need that reassurance because sometimes we slip away from it.
All the time.
We slip away from it.
Yep.
And sometimes we need that thing to draw us back. So,
And make us become grateful again. Oh,
me
shit.
all over again.
I forgot I had this. Thank you,
Yeah,
God.
right.
Even in
It's
the
like
middle of it all.
right, and then we could be doing everything in our daily lives. We forget to pray in the morning. We forget to thank God that hey, I made it home tonight.
Absolutely.
Hey, I got a car. I can actually travel to work by myself. I can put money in my gas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that is stuff I always have to be mindful of. There's a lot of people that don't have it at all.
It's true.
Nothing. People don't even have $1,000 in their bank account.
Right.
You got to be grateful that you got $1,000 in your bank account.
Yeah.
Amen. Nice.
So I do a lot of things to humble me. A lot.
It's always the little things.
It's
It's
little
always
things.
the little things.
And we stray away from it a lot too.
A lot, because we don't ever think it's important. Or
Until
just
we lose
think-
it.
Yeah, we think it's just like a given. You feel what I'm saying?
We're not supposed to have anything. We're supposed
Exactly.
to work for everything.
Exactly.
Nobody owes us nothing either.
Not a penny.
But we forget that.
And I feel like women don't understand how much more powerful they would be if they just formed a conglomerate.
Exactly.
Just brought all their brain power together, because at the end of the day, women are probably some of the smartest people on the planet.
We are.
Yep.
You guys dictate trends, you guys curate a lot of things. So if all of them just put egos aside and came together, a lot of dope stuff could come out of that. But it's all about putting the pride to the side, dropping your egos, because at the end of the day, it's not about whose name is on the project. It's not about who's, bigger or who has the biggest following. It's about the end product. It's about the end results.
And I hate making everything about race, but I specifically want to say black women.
Yes,
like,
black women.
There's so much, like you said, trends that we set down to our facial features.
Yeah.
And we don't understand that.
Yep.
And it's just crazy. It's like, you look like me. Like, why would I not want to take advantage of the help that we could give each other?
Exactly. Women
Exactly.
pay good money to look like y'all.
Good money.
Top dollar.
Good money.
You
You
feel
see
what
these
I'm saying?
braids in her hair right now?
Top
Don't get me
dollar.
started.
You feel
You see
what
these
I'm
braids in
saying?
her hair
That's
right
what I'm
now.
saying. Top
There's
dollar,
women that literally have their scalps bleeding because their hair is not coarse like ours to
Absolutely.
grip a braid like that, but they
Right.
want to be with it so bad.
Yep.
Right.
Tell me
Our
how that
lips,
works.
God
our
bless,
butts. Don't get me started.
And, okay, I don't want to throw shade at nobody, but this list can go on. Like, it's so many ways that these other women try and be like us, and it's just like this whole time they're trying to be like us, and we hate each other. How?
Yeah.
That's true.
It's backwards. It's sad. It's a shame.
Sure.
So when a Karen come at somebody and she got all the things in the world to come at us, what can we say? We can't say much because you're right. We right, but I gotta hold my tongue because no, you're not gonna get one up off me.
Yeah.
So that's the worst part about it.
It's the worst feeling.
It's the worst feeling in the world. Like, damn it.
It's the worst feeling. She got me. Like, all right, now I gotta really go with it because she made a valid point. It's a shame that other races can come for us and they actually speak in facts. It's like,
It's crazy. How does it feel though to be like such a big boss, a female boss in such a world that was like that's made for men to be the breadwinners. So I feel like females have been having their year this year as far as being the breadwinners.
We definitely have had our amazing year.
Mm-hmm.
It is hard. I feel like I always have to be on 50. Always. I feel like I can't walk into a room full of men and be nonchalant. I have to have that extra energy. Yep. I have to have that fierceness. I have to have the attitude. When it shouldn't be like that, but that's how it is.
Yeah.
I walk anywhere. I try and engage with anybody. I try and get in a room where it's all men or it's men with women, but those women are submissive to the men. And then I walk in, or anybody else walks in, and it's just like, no, like, we're head honchos too. It's like, oh.
I like that.
Oh, yeah. It's like, yeah, that's how you're coming. And it's like, as a boss, too, you get challenged so much. Yeah. So much. And it's not to come from men, but I'm speaking from experience. Like, I've been in situations where I come off as the boss, and this man is just like, oh, yeah, you the boss? All right, let me test your waters. Let me see how far you're going to go to see if you're going to fold or not and be submissive to me. It's happened to me way too many times. I've had opportunities presented to me, and the first thing was I had to step down. I had to be submissive. I had to not think of myself so highly and let the man control that for me. It's happened to me way too many times. And I probably would have been lit right now, litter than how I am right now. I would have been way more lit if I had,
stood your ground.
Okay. I probably would have been a lot more farther, but I have morals, and I stand by what I say, and I move how I move. I'm not going to let man change that.
Absolutely.
But that's the challenge.
It's literally
that's
a
the
power
challenge.
trip. It's literally a power trip. When men see a powerful woman, they feel like
intimidated.
It goes
They're
back
intimidated.
to the ego. It goes back to the ego. Not only does a man don't want to be displaced by another man, he doesn't want to be displaced by a woman.
Exactly.
God forbid he's displaced by a woman. Oh, he can't live with himself.
Exactly.
I don't understand why.
I don't know what's wrong with that. God forbid he shares the power with a woman.
But you know what's confusing about that too? You know that saying about, how the man is the head and the woman's the neck and she can move it any way she wants? Mm-hmm. If people stick to that, then why are you coming at me?
Exactly. Yeah.
If that's like the norm, or that's the thing that's understood in all races and all for women and men, why is it that you still challenge me? Why is it that you still feel some type of way? Why is it like that should not be the case?
Yeah. But technically we're one.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hello. Like, we're here.
One don't work without the other.
Exactly.
Right.
That's how it should be, honestly. I don't know why it's not like that. I guess men are just super duper threatened. Honestly,
it's honestly it's how men are threatened. It's an ego thing, but it's also how men were raised too.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We always got to be mindful that you got to go back to a man's childhood, what he went through, what his experiences were, what traumatized him, how his father raised him, how his mother raised him to be the way that he is. It always goes back to that too. So I'm not gonna say that that's an excuse, but that's also something to consider too when it comes to a man. Like, I've been put in positions where I was the boss and I had this man that was a boss too, but he tried to check me because he not used to me. He not used to my attitude. He not used to my energy. And then to break it down more and think more thoroughly about it, it's like because he's come from a broken home. Yes. So what does he know? Oh, yeah, for real.
Look at y'all caring about us. Look at y'all caring for us.
What you mean?
We do care,
and that's the thing. That should never be a reaction.
Right.
Should never be your action. You should never feel like, oh, this is different.
It shouldn't be.
This is how you feel.
It don't be like that. Like, yeah, it be like that on the internet. You feel what I'm saying? But when you get out in person and you start displaying some of these, like, yo, like, you're not the norm. You're not the tough guy.
You get
the,
blah,
oh,
blah,
you
blah,
different.
Blah.
Yeah. Like,
oh, you different. I ain't never met nobody like you before. You
so,
different.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? Oh, you, like, if a man not rough and tough, then they look at him sideways kind of thing. You feel what I'm saying? And it shouldn't really be like that. Even though we was raised to be rough and tough, you shouldn't always have to be that.
But you know what I don't like? I don't like the fact that being a boss female makes a man feel intimidated, because it kind of stumbles our relationship aspects, like
Mm-hmm.
because then men start to feel like, oh my gosh, she's too much for me. So you start dubbing yourself as a man, you start dubbing it down to something that is comfortable for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like relationships are not supposed to be comfortable. Even female friendships are not supposed to be comfortable. They're supposed to be real at the end of the day. So if I put a little pressure on you, like don't run. Like, why are we running? You guys don't want women to do that, so it's just crazy. Like, when you think about it, okay, you had some trials and tribulations in your childhood, but that don't mean that you don't have to face what you were going
But
through.
it's that's the situation. But it's like, who's guiding them for them to understand that concept about it, though.
Sure.
There's nobody guiding them.
That's true.
It's like we can. It's if they're lucky if a man can find a woman like you or me to be able to break it down to them and talk to them and be like, okay, listen, this is the right way to go about it. I understand your childhood. I understand what traumatized you, but this is how you go about it. This is how you treat a woman.
Correct.
This is how you deal with your demons, and this is how we move forward. But women are not fully equipped to have those type of conversations with men. I will say that because women, I'm not gonna act like men are the only ones that are traumatized and they be going through their own stuff. No, us women too. We got pride, we got ego, we have attitude, we're sassy. It's like we don't even want to hear you. We don't want to give you the benefit of doubt. Come on now. Exactly, right? Like, let's say you may not necessarily be the one that's going through that, but let's say you have a woman that you're feeling, you got your own demons you dealing with, you want to be able to talk to her about it, but this one is so stuck up, she got her head so far up her ass that she not even trying to hear what you got to say.
Exactly.
The opportunity is not even there for growth, to understand, to compromise, none of that. It's not there because the opportunity is not there.
And I know this word has been like overused a lot, but relationships is supposed to be a safe space at the end of the day. You're supposed to be comfortable. You're supposed to be comfortable enough with your partner to become uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because once you're uncomfortable with your partner, you can have these conversations. You can have any conversation you want, and it won't go bad.
Yeah.
You could talk about anything you want, whether it be your upbringing, how you feel, what they did that made you upset, what you did that made them upset. And you guys could come to a common ground and everything will be just fine. That's what they talk about communication. When people say relationships are based on communication, it's not just good communication.
Bad communication too. And it's
Very true.
experiences.
Exactly.
Like, I want to be able to I want you to cry. Cry.
Ah.
What? I want you to
I
cry.
have to see a man cry at least once.
I want you
It
to
depends.
cry.
It
So
depends.
that way I see that you're vulnerable with me.
Absolutely.
Cry.
It depends.
On what?
It the Simone's is insane. Golly.
On what?
It depends on the situation. It depends on what we're talking about. It depends on how deeply I feel about what we're talking about. It depends on how deeply that hurt me. Like, it's a bunch of factors. I'm not just about to cry all willy-nilly. You feel what I'm saying?
I don't think she.
And I didn't mean
I
it
know
like that.
I know that, but it definitely, like, if that's my woman, you feel what I'm saying, and I'm comfortable with
You
being
better
uncomfortable
cry.
with her, I'm gonna cry. But it's got to be something that, really touch me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cry.
You
It's
want to get
whatever.
uncomfortable? Crying
Yeah.
is another way. Like, you
Yeah.
gotta be able to cry in front of your
But
girl.
then it's got to be the right girl.
That's true.
'Cause then,
but
as soon as
won't know
'cause
until you go through it.
Because then,
Though.
as soon as you see, and that's what dudes are
That's
scared
the
of.
dagger. I know.
That's what dudes are scared of,
I know.
because you cry in front of the wrong girl, she gonna call her bitch.
You a bitch.
Guess what this?
Go right to
nigga
the group
just did in front of me?
chat. Go right to the group chat.
You know this?
Did.
You know this sorry ass nigga just cried in
It's this
front
nigga
of
in
me.
here crying. Come get me.
You feel me? So it's always got to be the right one, and that's when you got to play. That's when it's got to be like trial and error.
Yeah.
So I always say relationships, friendships, it's all about trial and error. You just got to try and see what works. Try and see what don't work.
So I want to ask y'all this: love or money?
What?
There's no in between. Like, you have to pick one.
Cash.
Damn.
Cash.
Oh, don't say that to me.
Cash.
Why cash? Like, just off the rip.
Off
Like,
the rip,
what?
cash, bro. Because at the end of the day,
Love or money? Nah, it has to be love. It does. I'll say love. Only because, like, money can't buy everything.
why'd your face look like that?
man, because look, right?
It's a feeling. Love is a feeling. Money, yeah, like, it could give you feeling temporarily.
Definitely
But
temporary.
But if you choose love first, you could get money after that, right?
But we not talking about that.
You can get I finessed it.
She literally just said it ain't no both.
I finessed it.
It ain't love first,
okay,
then
but
you get the bread after.
That's impossible.
Nah,
what
to choose between love and money? So you mean to tell me if I choose love, I'll never touch money ever again?
Not never touch
That's
money
true.
again, but it's not.
There is gray areas.
It's gray.
It's not gonna be.
It's gray.
Like,
so you choose money?
Yeah, I'm choosing money.
So you don't love your mother?
I do love my mother.
So you're gonna pick money over your mother?
No, I'm not picking.
But your mom, your mom is love.
No. Because what she's talking about is being in love.
Is that what you said?
I'm gonna say in love,
in
not
love.
like loving your.
But you can't switch it up now.
You're right. All right, I'm gonna say in love or money.
Because if that's the case, y'all know how I feel about my mom. It's nothing over my mother besides my wife. But
thank you.
If
that's
it's
another
between
good question too.
in love and money, I'm picking money.
I want to ask Coco that question because last week I got slaughtered for saying that the wife comes before the mom.
Absolutely.
Oh hell, King.
Who got something to say?
Not me. That was on her side.
Absolutely. I think when it comes to it, okay. But here's the thing, it has to be wife. If it's girlfriend, you gotta get out of here, man.
Agreed.
You should never be able to step up to somebody's mother and you don't got no ring on your finger.
Exactly.
Come on now. That don't make sense.
I would never even try.
Why are you even stepping up? It don't make sense.
Plus, when I go tell my mom, yo, I think I'm gonna propose to her.
She has to respect
and my mom's goes, yeah, go ahead. That's my mom. Like, yo,
stepping down.
Mm-hmm.
She's number one now. I'll happily be take a back seat to her.
Same thing like a husband and father.
Exactly. That's why you gotta ask her father
for their hand in marriage.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if anybody else disagrees with that, they kind of like it don't make no sense. You kind of slow.
I don't even remember what the dumbass logics were. Like it was just like my mom is God. Sorry, Ty.
They said their mom is God.
Yeah, he said his mom is God to him. So like anytime he ever needed something and he prayed about it, his mom came through for him. Kind of thing.
The situation was.
Wait, I could understand that, but at the same time, that's not really.
Listen, I understand what he's saying.
You gotta explain the whole situation though. The situation was he is very close to his ex-girlfriend. So I said, as a woman, that would turn me off. Like she's around all the
ex-girlfriend.
Time. Yes.
Okay.
Pictures on the fridge is what was said.
Man.
Like my mom loves her type of thing. So I said that's disrespectful to any woman. You kind of gotta not remove, but you have to mediate it.
I gotta shoot him some bail now because that relationship was when they was from like 15 to like I don't know, like 22 maybe or 23 or something. Right, and they broke up. They've been broken up, but now they're just good friends.
Mm-hmm.
So, I spent the last 10, 12 years of my life with this woman, and we broke up. That's still a cool person. I'm still gonna be her friend. We're not gonna be romantically involved anymore because we tried that. It didn't work for whatever reason. But we're cool enough to where we can be friends, and we don't have to go down that road no more.
I'm cool with friends. It's just like you don't.
That specific situation.
The priority thing is a
his
little
mom
bit
got her
off.
on the fridge. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no.
Exactly.
But you know.
If I'm in a relationship with somebody and I go to your parents' house and there's pictures on the fridge with you and what?
I'ma head out.
I'm not even asking.
Okay. But he said it was a prom picture. Like they went to prom.
The prom picture could go in a book or something, not on the fridge. Like that. Like people are coming over. You mean to tell me that guests are gonna be coming over? Okay. Who's that? Oh yeah, that's his ex from. No,
exactly.
This shouldn't even be. Why is she relevant? She's not relevant. No. Put her in a little collection book or something. She's a collection, literally.
My fault, Ty. I tried to shoot you some bail, bro, but you see I'm outnumbered today. So
the double standard with men is just funny to me though, because it's like so many things you guys would never be comfortable with.
You can't say that though.
We get slaughtered.
You can't say that though.
Slaughtered.
You can't say that though because a lot of men. It goes back to this stuff that like men will say, "Oh hell no, I'd never do that." They'll always say that till they put in that position. Just like I said 2 weeks ago, like a dude will be like, oh hell, if a girl cheat on me, I'm leaving.
They do.
Okay,
They
cool.
be out.
Okay, they do. Cool. Now go get a girl that you really love and she cheat on you. Watch how you sit. Watch how you sit by yourself crying, whether you don't know whether to take her back
Hey God,
or to leave.
it's me again.
Like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, you never know how you're gonna act in a situation until you face with that situation.
Okay, yeah, you have a point with the situation thing. Yes, it's different. Like when you got 10 years in with somebody, they make one mistake.
That's what I'm saying.
You leaving them?
Cheating not so much a deal breaker. After
10
that.
years, 10 whole years of love, happiness, commitment, growth. Yeah, I hit you with the growth.
I
hit him with the growth.
Growth was the word. That was the word.
The growth was the word.
Cheating is like the deal breaker for me. Like, it's such a deal breaker for me. I don't know why, but 10 years is a long
10 years is a long time.
And it could have been
but
an
then
honest
I'm not gonna be able
mistake.
to trust you. That's my thing. Like, oh, we have 10 years in. Why would you do that? Why would you even like what was it? Like, are you not happy anymore? Because then that's another issue that we have to now talk about.
That's a conversation that everybody should have if that situation was to happen. Yes, that's a conversation that needs to happen. But you got to have that conversation, and you got to be. I promise you, if you have that conversation with your significant other, and they tell you for real, like what's really going on, how they feel,
you might
how much you want to bet you want to fix that?
I might.
Might.
I really
10 years.
Like
10 years.
Cheating is like on my top.
Oh no, it's definitely up there for me too. It's definitely up there, but the
10
time
years is a long
in,
time.
Yeah.
it's
Like,
like
I'm gonna say I'm gonna bite the
at least
bullet.
it's gonna be a conversation that's gonna be had.
There
It's
has to
definitely
be.
Gonna be a conversation.
And you're gonna hear it for the next fucking month.
okay, yeah, you sure are. I hold grudges.
By month, she mean about 7 years.
Oh, well.
To be honest.
Well, nobody told you to go do something.
Every time she get drunk, she
Oh,
she
so
gonna
now you're
remind
gonna go back to her, huh?
She gonna remind you.
I just don't think it's right. Like, I feel like there's so many things you could do to get around that situation. Even when you feel the urge,
Not
like,
when you
just to
pissy
be
drunk.
honest and have. That's true.
Not when you on drugs. Not when you lit. Yeah. What?
Listen.
When you crossfaded, you don't know where the hell you are at 2 a.m.
I don't know about everybody
Honestly,
else.
I will forgive
When I'm
that
drunk, I know
before
what
I
I'm
forgive
doing.
a man that was with me for 10 years and cheated. I could forgive a bad night.
A bad night, I can
could.
too. Yes.
I can do that.
Well, okay, so what if that 10 years was a bad night, but he really like wilded out though?
What's really wild out?
Listen, bro. Listen, bro.
Let's say he really wilded out, like
Somebody got
he-
pregnant?
like
what?
he, like you know, things happen, but again, he was really crossfaded. Things happened, whatever. It got back to like, let's say, even as a public figure, you on the shade room.
Damn.
You on the shade room. Now what? You gonna what? Then what?
That's
Okay, don't let that sway your decision.
No,
Don't
that's
let
not
that
important
do-
though. Especially
That's
being a public
important.
figure.
You're being a public. You're in a public eye. Your whole relationship is on the public eye. It is. That's That's no.
Humiliation.
It
Look
is.
at all the females that are going through that right now. Look at Waka Flocka wife.
What
Look
you
at
mean,
Khloe
whatever?
Kardashian. All of them, they always catch flack for their significant other cheating, and they're very high public figures.
Whatever. I don't give a damn about when somebody tweeting about me in their basement. I don't give a damn what they gotta say.
You would if it would
It's
tarnish
All right,
your
but what if you
career?
schedule for a talk show the next day and they ask you on live television in front of a whole live audience, what happened with you and your husband? Then what?
Next question.
That shit broke Wendy Williams down. Do you remember that?
I remember that.
Come on now.
She had that coming though. Sorry, Wendy. But as much
First of all, don't talk about Aunt Wendy like
I'm
that.
sorry, Wendy, and I
No
love
woman
you.
deserves
You're a
that.
legend and a
Right.
pioneer.
No woman deserves
but
that.
the way, but
You
the
get
way,
no brownie
but
points
the-
for that.
But the way Wendy been dragging people.
That's her job.
That's her
It's
job.
not her job to drag people.
It
Yes, it
is.
Yes, it is. We really tag teaming you today. Yes, it is.
This is why I try to explain to people about Wendy Williams. She would not have gotten to where she is
If
right
she
now
didn't do
without
what she
doing
did.
that. She would be corny.
Not
She
her
doesn't
job
have that
to
Angie
drag.
Martinez personality where she could be friendly with everybody. That's how she has to do it. That's like Charlemagne. If he wasn't the way he was, I really don't feel like he
But
would be as big as he is
The,
today.
the difference between Charlemagne and Wendy.
Even Joe Budden.
Facts.
difference between Joe and all of them and Charlemagne and Wendy is that two of them are being honest and saying what's on their mind, they can easily see a topic and skip. Oh, I don't want to touch on that. Oh, that's too real life of a situation. I could skip that. Wendy don't care.
That's her job.
And that's basically what you just said
She's
about
at a point in her
two.
career where she can pick and choose what she wants to speak about. Yes or no?
She's what?
No.
She's at a point in her career where she can pick and choose
she got to
what she
keep
can
the
speak
tea
about.
going.
She got to keep the.
Yes, she do.
Would you listen to Wendy Williams if she wasn't dragging
Exactly.
I don't listen to Wendy
Anytime I see Wendy Williams, I'm always going because I need the exclusive. I need the inside source. I need to know what the tea was, what exactly happened, what time it was, and the series of events that led up to it. She has all that tea.
There's a way you can do that without inserting you dragging people for no reason. There's a way you can do that. You can present the tea and let the people drag them. You can do that. It's possible.
Not on national TV though. What you gonna do? Go to the crowd and say what you gotta say?
What you gotta say to each one? So what happened with this one? So what happened with that one? How you feel about this one?
They definitely going to
but she initiates it. You got to be able to initiate it first because that's what's going to separate you from everybody else. You got to be the rebel one. You got to be the bold one. Right. Once you're the bold one, everybody else will be like, okay, and they're going to gravitate to the bold one. That's in any situation. Mm-hmm. That's not even just Wendy Williams.
That's true.
That's in any situation. The bold one is always going to be the one that everybody gravitates to the most.
Yep.
She can be bold without dragging people.
Oh my!
All right, well, he's staying on how he feels.
That's the only thing I'm getting to. You can just report on something without dragging nobody. Something about journalistic integrity. It's something about that.
But that whole thing is just a lot.
Something about that. But
I gotta respect her though. Even when her shit was out there, she was very honest about what was going on. She was very vulnerable on national TV.
It's key. Like, that's what saved her too. You know that, right?
Yeah.
That's what saved her.
Yep. She put herself in the same position that she puts everybody else in, and
that's
you cannot fault her for that.
She definitely did.
To me, that's a real bitch.
And I respect
was like,
her for
oh
that,
shit,
though.
because I probably
She hold her weight. I would be over there, I can't. You know, I would have been all over the place. Like, what? My man cheated on me, and he got a whole other nigga and a baby and this and that. I would have been sobbing on live. I'm preparing myself. Because this is a lot. It's a lot. Can you imagine?
Nah, that's a lot. I ain't gonna hold you. That's a lot.
But I imagine?
And the type of story that came out about it too, like it was a lot.
And you still gotta go to work every day. You still gotta
go to work.
Definitely.
And he in Barbados with
living
a
it up.
Female.
Living it up.
No.
Hey,
living his best life.
I was having that conversation the other day, bro. If you made the decision if you made the decision in your head consciously to go cheat, you might as well just go all out at this point.
Damn.
You might as well, bro.
So you would really hurt somebody like that? Like, fuck it, I'm already here.
So I'm just gonna do more damage.
Like,
listen, I'm not a cheater.
Not only am I gonna cheat, but I'm gonna give you a baby too.
Listen,
no.
What?
That's max.
Okay, but that's going all out.
No, that's not.
That's going all out.
It's
like having sex with somebody and you like, listen, I'm already in here already. Fuck it, I'm about to just nut.
Nah.
And not only did he have a baby, he tried to take all Wendy money.
He definitely did. I mean, what you want him to do? Try to take her money, bro. If you don't, you don't.
Damn.
Listen, I'm here for men empowerment today, bro. That's it.
I'm here for men empowerment
I'm here
today.
for men empowerment
All right,
today,
I got
bro.
time.
We've been lately we've been oppressed, bro. I'm sorry. I'm here for men empowerment.
How?
Who oppressed y'all?
Because women can finger pop themselves in the back of an SUV in front of the driver and not be considered
I got
cheating.
time. I have
That's
time.
why.
So what happened with that?
So basically, what we was discussing off camera, we was talking about Power and the new season coming out, and I said
Team
that
Tommy.
I said that Tasha cheated first, and Miss Coco Simone over here had a different idea of what cheating was per se. She said that wasn't cheating.
Okay. So, no, you got to give them the whole scenario and everything because now
ahead.
you're making me look crazy.
That's the synopsis.
And can you back it up to why Tasha was in the back finger popping herself?
Exactly. Go off.
While she was in the back finger popping?
Why? What happened before that?
What led up to it?
Ghost was in the club.
Uh-huh.
He seen Angela. He hugged her.
That's
and
it for
spoke
me.
to her.
No. That's it for me.
That's all that happened. That's all that happened in that episode. Now, if she would have did that in episode 6, 7, I'd have been like, all right, cool. She justified. Ghost was out here wilding.
First of all, let's not forget they were like high school sweethearts.
Okay, but she didn't know that at the time. She didn't know none of that. All she saw was Ghost hugging some Spanish girl and talking to her.
I don't believe that. I need to see.
I need to go back. I need a recap because I don't believe that.
I'm telling you, it's that wild.
No,
bro.
I actually don't. No, I don't remember the whole episode, but I remember Tasha left because she was mad at Ghost.
Yes,
because he did something to her.
Yeah, he definitely did.
It was about something about.
I think he left her hanging or something like that.
But
he was with Angela.
In the club or whatever. But no, he went to Angela, hugged her in the club, spoke to her. She seen it. Boom, left. Got in the whip. She said, I'm gonna just go home. Got in the car. She seen, the driver Sean was looking a little attractive. She seen Sean looking a little attractive. She was like, oh, why? You feel me? Let me just boop and let me show you what I'm working with.
No, she wasn't showing nobody. She was handling business. She wanted to get her shit off. That was it.
In front of
whether somebody was there or not, she wanted to get her shit off. That's not cheating.
That's no.
That's not cheating.
In front of another man. First of all, she did that with the intent.
He was nosy.
He was nosy.
Mm-hmm.
She made eye contact with him.
He was nosy.
He was nosy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now, scenario. If I'm in the back seat, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in the back seat, I'm chilling. So you know what? I'm trying to rub one out real quick. I'm trying, get one off. Looking my female driver in the eye through the mirror.
Hello, you better Beyonce driver.
Okay.
I don't give a Beyonce. Roll it up, sir.
And I get one off, right? In front of my woman driver. How is my woman gonna feel about that? She not gonna like that at all.
I'm sure you wouldn't tell her.
She
would never.
She wouldn't even know.
She might even leave me for that because that's egregious. That's absurd. That is obscene.
Big words.
Yes.
Big words.
That is not it.
Yo, I'll be putting on right now.
For real. It's two against one.
Listen, it's two Simone.
He coming
strong. They got me on the ropes, but I'm here. You feel what I'm saying?
It's not cheating.
Eye contact. When you're in that moment, like we've all have been there. Sometimes you not even think about what you're looking at. Like
exactly.
I
was just saying that.
About you.
I was just saying that. She probably was in the moment. Like I would doze off. I'd be daydreaming. I might be looking at you the whole time. I'm thinking about unicorns. Now what? It's like I don't even know. Like,
or my
you can't
husband.
Tell me. Or my exactly. Exactly.
She couldn't have waited 10 minutes so she got in the crib.
No. She wanted to get her shit off now. She was lit.
Okay. So
in the car.
So then
horny.
we not gonna hold no. So the fact that she ended up letting him pipe later in the season, no hold.
Oh, that was Ghost's fault.
Nah, that was Ghost's fault. No,
yeah, it was. He stepped out on her, man. Come on now.
Listen, right? I don't know the mind of a woman, right? And I would never pretend to know the mind of a woman. But I have a good idea and a good feeling that night when she did that in that car, she made up in her mind that she was going to give him some pussy. She made that up in her mind that day.
Wait, Buckets, what you talking about?
She made it up in her mind. Now it's all.
That's
now it's
not
all
valid.
Now it's all just a matter of when. It's all just a matter of when. Now if Ghost keep going on this path that he going on, you getting some pussy. That's it.
All right, that's cool though.
That's it.
Like, I feel like if you know that your husband, like, I feel like at that point she kind of knew like shit was gonna go left. Mm-hmm. So when it do go left,
and we know our gut instincts.
I'm gonna be right.
We know. We know when something is off rip.
Don't get me started on women's intuition, bro.
Yeah, let's get started.
Jesus Christ.
We know.
Women's intuition, that shit real. I always go on my gut.
It's even to a point, even like when it comes to like the relationship thing.
Yep.
If I couldn't even tell if you look at me differently, if you touch me differently, if you respond to me differently, if you text me differently, I catch on like that.
Is men's intuition a real thing too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Humans in general. We all got intuitions.
Y'all intuition be so corny though. Men's intuition be so corny.
Do your intuitions ever be wrong?
No.
My shit spot on. My shit be spot on.
I be on it.
You might not find it out right then and there, but eventually.
I may not know the answer then, at that moment, but trust and believe I'm going to figure it out. I will, every single time.
I respect it. Question.
We got powers.
I feel like if you're very in tune with the earth and your spiritual being, then I believe we all have powers.
Yeah, we have powers.
We all have a sixth sense. Another question. right? How do y'all feel about going through phones, like your significant other's phone?
I go through my significant other's phone.
Damn, just like that?
Yeah. I go through his phone. And he has his Face ID on my phone too. We go through each other's stuff. Am I going to go look for something? Like, let's say when you say go through each other's phones, like I'm not picking up his phone and I'm going to directly to his iMessage or his Instagram DMs. I'm not doing that. No. But I'm going through his phone. I'm looking at whatever's going on, whatever's juicy, whatever it is. But I'm not like going, what?
No, I'm soaking in.
Oh.
I'm just taking in the knowledge, soaking in the science.
But yes, I go through his phone and he goes through mine, and we don't be finding nothing because we really are loyal to each other.
May I ask, and that's been the thing with every relationship you've been in, kind of thing?
No.
Or this is just
this
select?
is my relationship now.
Okay.
Yes, the loyalty is there, the trust is there. But I did go through a phone before and I learned my lesson.
Hello. That's why I'm quiet.
You quiet? That's why I'm quiet. Gail, sis.
You got me.
You got me. Man.
Because I'm a firm believer in, even if there's nothing to find in the phone, you're going to see something that's going to make you upset. That's what I believe in.
Oh, that's true.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I
my girl
agree.
could be the most loyal person in America, right? And if I'm going through the phone, she could a dude could have just been in the DM with just mad hard eyes. She could have just double tapped it and left that. But yo, why you gotta double tap it though? That's just a scenario. Like, we're gonna find something to be upset about, kind of thing.
I agree.
That's a security thing too, though.
It is.
Yeah.
It's definitely a security thing. First and foremost, I'm not being with no man that is not cocky. You gotta be cocky. You gotta be full of yourself. Same way that I am. You gotta match my energy. If it's not, then we're gonna fall short. We're gonna run into something like that. As a public figure, as an influencer,
That's a fact.
of course I have to engage with my audience. Of course I have to engage with them. If somebody sends me some heart eyes, thank you.
Yeah.
I know I look good, thank you.
That's a little different though, because
How? Sending heart eyes and double tapping?
I'm saying because you're a public figure.
All right, so
you're
a regular
public
degler.
guy. Regular degler, I feel like people look at it a little differently. People look at it if just two regular people.
I think people could just be friendly. You can say thank you. You rude as hell if I say that you pretty and you don't say nothing back to me. I take it back.
Bro, that'd be my argument, bro. Because if somebody say something to me in my DMs, I'm first of all, I don't even open DMs like that. But if I see it, I'm gonna double tap it. I'm gonna say thank you. I'm gonna respond.
It.
And that's why I feel like you kind of have to, to a certain extent, date beyond your means. Like, I always felt like people like us should date people who understand that lifestyle that we live.
Right.
Because sometimes dating somebody who's not used to it can cause so much confusion within your relationship unless you have that understanding. Like, okay, look, this is what I do. This is what you're gonna have to respect. Are you cool with that? All right, cool. Now you got it.
It's funny because even the last 4 years of me just being an entrepreneur, any guy that I've encountered that at least made it to that point where I was like, listen, you want to be serious? Well, this is what it is. You got to be comfortable with that. At first I would say some guys would be like, yeah, I'm with it. Then when it actually happens, it's like,
you gotta
man,
be
you
in his
tripping,
face.
you doing all these extra stuff.
Right.
I'm like, I told you off rip. This is what it was. This is normal for me. You got to be able to trust me, and you got to be on your own stuff to not be worried about stuff like that.
That's
Absolutely.
a fact.
Are you busy? What are you doing during the day that you got to go through my phone and feel some type of way about somebody,
Right.
about me double typing a picture?
And I used to tell people that it's not about, people used to say, oh, I can only date in my field or around my field because they're the only people that understand me. No, that's not true.
It's not true.
It's not true. You have to date somebody that understands you. Somebody who got a 9 to 5 can understand what we do more than somebody who does what we do.
Exactly.
It's all about the person. It's all about the
The
understanding.
mental too.
Exactly.
If you're not good in the head and you're not mentally there for any situation that comes with the opposite sex and dealing with that, then it's not gonna work.
And to just be in a relationship, period, you got to be mentally strong.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Especially if both of you guys are attractive. What?
Yeah, nah, it's
What?
gonna be it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot.
I had to tell myself sometimes, girl, relax.
Chill the fuck out.
Relax.
Wildin' right
Relax. I walk in somewhere and I see all eyes on him. I'm like, what happened to me? What about me? No, I'm not cute enough tonight. No,
you get
it's just him.
You get,
but then I had to tell myself, relax. It's just not relax.
You get a real crazy girl. You walk in, she be like, you know her from somewhere? Why she keep looking at you like that?
I don't do that. That's
Shit
too
get crazy.
much. That's
Shit get out of pocket.
But that's literally like insecurities.
Shit get
like
out of pocket.
that's insecurities. You really not confident in yourself that you got to go off like that.
Shit get out of control in these streets. I'm letting you know this now.
I believe it, man. I believe it.
Not everybody can just be, so calm and so secure in their position.
Very much true.
Especially not like the Simones. Huh.
Just don't date a rapper. You good.
Oh my God. It's funny that you say that.
She ain't playing, y'all.
She not playing. She just ass.
JK. You know I'm full of jokes.
No, but you know what's crazy about that? Just in that element of the whole music field and stuff like that, right? Okay, you probably had a bad experience as far as him being appealing, him, the girls coming on him and stuff like that. I had an experience with a rapper too, and I got the complete opposite, girl. The complete opposite. This man was insecure. This man was like, oh my God, do I look good? Do I look good? Do you like my music? Is this music good? How do you feel about
That's
this?
true.
I'm like,
That's
what?
True. I feel like I've had both sides, but I feel like no matter how
I'd rather take the cocky nigga, man.
You have to be mentally strong either way.
Give me the cocky nigga because the insecure ones is not working, man. It's not working.
I feel like you gotta be mentally strong either way.
Either way,
something is going to come out of it. Like something.
Yeah.
It don't even have to be him as a cocky person. It could be the people around you, the things that they tell you. Like, if this is your man's, why you telling him, yo, sometimes you gotta like do what you got to get what you want? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like the people around you. And then men have this thing where they think everybody's their friend. I think women kind of tone it down a little more. Like, we're able to scale the woman.
We feel energies too. Like, I'll see your whole demeanor, how you act, how your tone of voice is, and everything.
Exactly.
I catch on to everything.
Men don't do that.
They just be with it.
Everybody your bro.
That's my homie. That's the homie, yo. That's the homie. Chill. That's the homie. Everybody the homie. Everybody big bruh.
And then everybody get high in the studio and have these deep ass conversations, which lead to things that you should not be doing. But because you don't have your own mind, shit get out of hand.
I will say that too. Men are definitely, there's the statistics, okay?
Followers.
Men are followers more than women are. Women, excuse face.
I'm thinking, don't worry.
Men are followers more than women are. Y'all see a wave, y'all all jump on it. It's just like the music game too. Like, one person, all these people listen. This person could be the most trashiest person in the whole world as far as the music career. One person likes them, or let's say Moneybagg Yo is so lit right now. I've been fucked with Moneybagg Yo. That's the homie. Like, mad cool. I love his music since way back before he blew up and everything. But let's say NBA Youngboy. I can't stand his music. I can't stand it.
Really?
I can't stand it. I don't understand it. I don't know.
It's
and
very
like
hard to understand.
NBA Youngboy or those other ones the other ones. You know what I'm saying?
Because they all got
the NBA this, NBA that, Youngboy this, Bull this. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say Moneybagg Yo goes and does a remix or reposts NBA Youngboy. Now everybody want to be with NBA Youngboy.
Yep.
What happened? Wasn't you just
That's
I
what
just like
happened
straight
with
gutter
Pop
shit.
Smoke.
Now it's all.
Yep. I agree.
No,
Don't have the mind of your own.
How much you want to bet if 50 Cent did not go as hard for Pop Smoke the way that he did, half of us would not be listening to it.
Yep. Agreed.
Or Roddy Ricch.
What I can definitely
I love
Roddy
say
Ricch.
is-
No, I love Roddy Ricch, but if Roddy Ricch or 50 Cent or anybody else that's on Pop Smoke's album didn't go as hard for him the way that they did, half of us wouldn't be listening to him. I know I wouldn't.
I agree.
Because I didn't listen to him before he died. It wasn't until after he passed. God bless his soul.
I felt like
But
that's how
I
it was
did
when he
not-
was here. I don't feel like Pop Smoke really got that much love. Like, he might have got it from Brooklyn, where he was from.
Canarsie.
Yeah, but
that's it.
yeah, from here in
The
Jersey,
West.
we
Okay, I
didn't
can
know
say
Pop
the East
Smoke.
Coast
What
a
I
little
definitely
bit, but
can
West
say-
Coast, no.
What I definitely can say is he got love from the people who mattered. That's what I can say.
In the industry,
Yeah.
I felt like he got it towards the end.
And
I
yeah,
don't
he
feel like
definitely-
he got it.
You could tell on his album because he did a lot of those before he passed. You feel what I'm saying? Like he had love from King Combs.
You
Definitely
think
had love
so?
from
Because
Roddy
a lot
Ricch.
of the songs, they seem like they like
Was
scrapped the things
throwaways.
up and
No,
mixed it
like,
up
those
together
was-
and made
no,
it sound
only
like Pop
because,
Smoke.
Like he had those features already lined up on the songs. He just wasn't finished with the songs before he passed.
Yeah,
That's
but
why
we
a lot of
don't
the sounds
know.
are all chopped up. Like
But we don't know. He might have did all these songs, all these features, and came up with all these things, and then they just threw these artists on it. You don't
No,
know
a
if he
lot-
had already planned to work with these artists before he died.
I can only speak to this because like there's video of him in the studio with the majority of the people on this album.
That's my thing, though. Where was those videos when he was here?
Exactly.
I know Quavo was posting them all
That's
the
the
time.
only one
Quavo
that I
was
can
posting them all the
say
time.
was very
Quavo
good
was
with
the
King
only
Combs is the
person.
one posting them all the time.
Okay, who else?
I don't follow Roddy Ricch, so
I have never
I've
seen
never
Pop
it.
Smoke and Roddy Ricch together when
Me
he was
I've never
alive.
seen it on
I
the
never seen
thing.
50 Cent with Pop Smoke before he died. I haven't seen a lot of these people with him at all.
I think 50 was riding with him before he passed. 50 was riding with him before he passed. I'm almost positive.
Well, he could have shown a little more love
Because I didn't know.
for all
But you
the
know,
and for all the covers that Pop Smoke did
Yeah.
to his music. Like, you definitely could have showed more love
But I mean, you see 50 did what he was supposed to do.
when he died.
When he
we
died.
never get the
Well-
roses while we could still smell them.
We don't know if he got the roses, like, because he could have well been in Pop Smoke phone, like, yo, I
But you know
appreciate
another
what
thing
you're
that I
doing,
thought
you know
about
what I'm
too?
saying?
The fact that even the situation that happened with Pop Smoke and what led up to his death. Who was mentoring him?
Absolutely, that's true.
Who was guiding him? If he was really well connected and was really with OGs or was really with people that was really out here now that was on his album and stuff like that, why didn't nobody tell him how to act?
See, I can't even say that because sometimes you have to be in the game long enough for somebody to be like, all right, cool, I'm like, I see what you're doing, I'm gonna take you under my wing. He wasn't even in the game long enough for somebody to really pull him, because you got to think about it, all the big OGs in the industry super busy. They don't got time to really be watching. Like, somebody has to put one of their young bulls have to put them on to some of these younger
Okay,
That's
artists.
but
a problem
that's
for
the
me.
kind
So
of
now-
that
That's
kind
an
of
issue.
validates my point though.
So now, like, once they get wind of him, they'll be like, all right, cool, now I'll go tap in with him. I'll put my arm around him. I'll show him how to move
That's
around
so
in the
wrong,
streets.
though. I feel like that's an issue within the black community, especially black rappers. They need that. They
They do.
need for more
But you
OGs
can't-
to step up and say,
Yeah.
"Look, let me just rap to you for a second." You don't even have to spend too much time.
Yeah, but you can't really fault the OGs for not knowing, because they're so far removed. Like, they're still hip hop, but they're so far removed that they don't know what's going on with all of these younger artists. So, but when they do catch wind of them, you see them. Like, I'll never forget when Kodak was doing a whole bunch of stuff, and then Master P caught wind of him and took him under his wing for a short amount of time. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I would have never thought that Master P would even know who Kodak Black is.
Okay, and cool.
But
Even
and Kodak
even
was
if
out
you're
for
there.
a long time before somebody finally was like, yo, let me take you under my wing. Let me show you how to really do this. It takes some time. You know what I'm saying? It takes some time.
All right, that's cool to me. But even if you're under that type of pressure, I'm busy, I don't got time right now, whatever. You listen to a lot of these rappers, and they really got fucking pain in their voice. Like, even though you said
That's a
you
fact.
can't listen to NBA YoungBoy. When you
He got
sit and listen
pain
to
in his
nigga Lonely
voice.
Child,
What's
that
that
man is
again?
sitting and talking about how he really want a relationship with his mom.
Yeah.
Like, you can
And I
tell
love
that
Young
he's
Boy.
hurt.
Like, he's hurting.
And nobody
Yeah,
really
yeah,
pull
yeah,
him to
yeah.
the side and say, yo, let me try to help you fix your situation.
That's crazy that you said that. The perfect example is Rod Wave.
Rod Wave.
Yep.
Rod Wave.
Yeah.
What did PNB Rock say to him? Yo, you only listen to depressing ass music. Yo, you only make depressing music.
Right.
Why can't you make the music that is good for the culture or good for the
Because
generation?
I don't feel good.
Now let's say, God forbid, he goes and
Kill
does something to
himself.
himself.
Exactly.
Then how is PNB Rock gonna feel? Instead of you
Yep.
going to him and saying, "Yo, listen, young, you like little homie, like this is, this music is depressing. You got something going on with you."
Yep.
Instead, I'm gonna go on social media, call you out, embarrass you in front of everybody,
Right.
and tell you, "Oh yeah, like you only make sad music."
Depressing music.
But I don't even take too much credence for that from PNB Rock. Cause
No,
PNB
but it's
Rock,
just the
I
fact that
see
that went
the
viral.
sentiment. Yeah, the
It
sentiment.
went viral.
The sentiment.
And it's like the whole principle behind this, like
Right.
the fact that you went and did that instead of doing this.
Right.
I feel
It
like so
shows
many
the type of
people
person
could've
that
been
you are,
sued,
and it
too.
just shows whether in this music industry what it really is.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of you going to him being like, "Yo, you
good.
good?
That'd have been the easiest thing to do.
You
Yep.
good?" A simple DM. I'm sure he would have seen it. He's verified.
Yeah.
A simple DM, like,
Right.
"Yo, you good? I feel as though you make this type of music all the time. spice it up real quick or use something different.
Right.
You need help. You need to do this. You need to do that. Instead, he want to go on viral and call him out for it.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of artists could have been saved too. Like, look what happened to Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
Like G Herbo and all them going so hard for Juice WRLD, but where was y'all at when Juice WRLD was taking all these drugs?
I know
when
that
he was wilding, he was doing all this stuff.
Did try to talk to him, and it just like, but maybe you didn't go hard enough.
No,
like,
you gotta go hard.
For your friends.
I don't know what specifically happened with the Juice WRLD situation, but the story that I heard was that
you gotta teach them not to be caught lacking too.
Yeah,
like
he overdosed on the pills
Trying to hide them.
trying to hide them because.
And mind you, he's a whole celebrity, right?
Yep.
So his whole team let Juice WRLD take all those pills, get an overdose, and everybody walking right now, and Juice WRLD's in the casket.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you kidding me?
Exactly.
It don't make sense.
Somebody in that should have said, "Nigga, look how he living right now. You don't even need.
You don't even need this.
We can pay for this to go away, kind of thing.
Literally.
I mean, with the charges that was going on, that wasn't going away. But we can pay for somebody to take this time, and it's not going to be that long.
Or just say, leave that shit home. Like, we got work to do. Like, we living good right now. We eating shrimp and lobster every night.
Exactly.
Like, we good.
But yet we're snuggling narcotics and stuff on the whole plane. While we got to go somewhere else and worry about this. And then you got to go scarf all that shit down.
But then
you're dead.
We can't even tell them how to live, because I remember I was watching a Herbo interview, and he said the reason he was addicted to lean was because of the shit that he's seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's almost like his coping mechanism to, like, kind of zone out and not, like, think about all of his friends that he watched die in front of him, all the killings that, go on in his city. That was how he self-medicated. Now, thank God that he was able to quit it and, get clean or whatever the case may be. But a lot of them don't really have that willpower. Even if
people are not stepping up in their lives either.
Yeah, even if a big bro tell him, yo, like, you got to stop this. I'm pretty sure a bunch of, like, Lil Bibby is like his big brother.
Mm-hmm.
Bibby don't rap no more. Bibby he's a label owner. He's a manager, and I think he was managing
Juice
or
WRLD.
definitely had a big part in Juice WRLD. I'm almost positive that Bibby was like, yo, you gotta stop that. You have to chill out like that. Like, you have to stop this because we're gonna lose you. I'm almost positive a lot of those conversations went that way. But, just some unfortunate things happen before.
Of course, you can't control everything.
Yeah.
But you gotta at least try.
Yeah.
Make it a little hard. Like I said, you really have to protect your friends.
Yeah.
As if they're your family. Like, if I'm sitting on a plane and we got a bunch of pills, like, nigga, you gotta choose me or the pills.
Nigga, I'm flushing them. I'm doing something.
Something.
But it was like, it was
a whole overdose that caused his whole life.
It was some crazy charges. It was going to be like a federal charge because he had guns and a whole bunch of drugs on the plane, and over, like, it was a private plane too, so over every state line that he crossed, it was a different charge. So it was like, and he crossed
he
probably
knew he was
like,
gonna be done up.
Yeah, he crossed like 25 states or something, so it was going to be like a real hefty kind of thing.
Everybody would have been fired.
Yeah, it would have
Everybody.
Yes.
There's no reason.
Men like Charlemagne for being one of the voices of the young people who can actually sit and say, don't feel bad about going to get professional help.
Right.
Like, there are resources out there for you to use for a reason. Go to therapy, like, talk to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you need to do to better yourself, do that shit. But we're so in a world where everything is looked down upon and people gonna laugh at you and you don't want to be the laughing stock. Yeah, like, we have to get out of that mentality. That's it.
That's a fact.
We have to. It's help out here, and don't be afraid to say that. Look, I need help.
Please.
I need help bad.
You're brave if you ask for help and you can acknowledge your situation rather than keeping it inside.
Mm-hmm.
You're brave for that. And people need to be acknowledged and people need to be recognized for that, because those are testimonies. People are living, like, literally walking testimonies because they stepped up and they acknowledged things.
Right.
They live a better life now because they decided to take that extra step, or people helped them. People really pushed really hard for these people to get help.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, it's not the case for everybody.
Right.
It's crazy. It's so crazy. The world we live in, like, and then 2020 has been just a shit
Terrible.
year. Like,
It's been real shitty.
It's been a terrible year.
we just gotta stay prayed up. I feel like hopefully next year, within the next couple months, we can outdo everything that's been going on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we'll be able to because it's so hard.
I'm tired. I'm tired.
Bro, it's tiring, but we got a couple more months. You feel what I'm saying?
God.
It's gonna be a.
Yeah, like three more months, right?
It's September, October, November, December.
Yep.
Yeah, so we gonna have
Shoo.
a couple more months.
2020 literally is like, what the hell?
Yeah, it was trial and tribulation after trial and tribulation, but
Back to back.
yeah. So
What have you guys learned this year? Like one thing that you have learned through this whole pandemic.
Time waits for nobody.
Absolutely.
Time waits for nobody. If you're gonna do something, do it, because you don't know when your time is up.
right.
So do it. Don't rely on time. Don't rely on it. Don't procrastinate. Don't do none of that.
I definitely learned that everybody needs a break. Everybody's going through something. Feel what I'm saying? I feel like the pandemic, as much as it's messed up, it gave a lot of people, myself included, a much needed break. Because we don't notice how terrible we feel until we get a second to relax. And I'm not just talking about a day. I'm talking about a couple days to just sit down, relax, recharge. Then
Get your thoughts together.
Yeah, we don't realize how bad of a mental space we're in. Because we're just on go all the time. Our mind is moving a million miles an hour. We're always on to the next thing that we don't really sit and be like, yo, how am I doing right now?
Yeah.
Am I good right now? Like, am I in a good headspace? Like, what's going on with me right now? What am I dealing with? Like, we just tend to suppress a lot of things because we're always on the move. We always going. So that's what I definitely learned.
What about you?
I think one thing that I learned is how to be more comfortable in loving like people, even people that make me upset. It's like I just want to be better at showing that love to everybody, because it could be hard sometimes, like with the things that you're going through. Like, now I don't want to show you love. I love you from afar, like, but
I love you from afar.
I think it's important for us to definitely like be more vocal about the love that we have for people, because like you said, time waits for literally nobody. And like, even with all the deaths that we've experienced through 2020, I really think Chadwick Boseman's death like hit me the hardest, because he had so much love around him. And like, just seeing the fact that his camp didn't release anything information about him, I'm like, that's love. Like, and that's love that came from him being a loving person.
That's love. That's support. That's the type of support. Come on now.
That we all need.
We all need that. And the fact that even just thinking about it, like the work that he did and he accomplished without anybody saying anything about his business, with people supporting him, he was able to give us Black Panther.
Yep.
With the love and the support that he got.
Absolutely.
Now, let's say if his business got leaked and he was working on Black Panther, you think it would have been the same thing?
No.
Let's say if he didn't get the support that he needed, you think that would have been the same thing?
Nope.
It wouldn't have.
Or
Or probably gotten a lot more worse.
And I think he would have got the wrong support.
Yes.
Like, he would have got, let's go see Black Panther because we feel bad for you.
No.
No,
So
we
The
that
whole
was
message,
smart.
the message would have been way more different, and we would have felt a different message from it if we had known. How much you want to bet? Like, oh no, we gotta go watch Black Panther because the main character is gonna die and he has colon cancer, and you know what I'm saying? Like, as brutal as that sounds, that's how we think,
Yep.
Yeah.
and it's terrible. It's a shame, because that's exactly how we think. As crazy as that just came out of my mouth, that's really how we think in our heads.
And it's crazy because I had to, like, I watched it again. And I was venting to somebody about, because I was really emotional. I was venting to somebody about how I felt watching it for the last time. And it was like, he, at the end of the movie, when he created the Wakandan resources for everyone, I really felt like he did that in real life. Like, going to talk to kids that have cancer to make sure that they were able to see Black Panther and have that experience. That's definitely what he did at the end of the movie. So it was such a parallel to really love your people. Like, love out loud. There's really nothing wrong with that, because he became such an inspiration to other people by just showing that love. And it didn't take long. It was like, even for a millisecond, just showing that love to other people. So,
Right.
yeah, I kind of want to do better at just loving.
I want to do so much better. I want to do so much better.
Yeah, man.
As
Just
a
period.
person,
Period.
as
Right
a
there, that
person, like,
sentence.
just life. I just want to do better.
That's what I pray. That's one of the things I pray for every night.
Make me a better person.
Yeah, just allow me to be a better person. You feel what I'm saying? Because I know I'm a good person. I know I'm an amazing person actually, but I always feel like I could do better. I could be better. You feel what I'm saying?
There's always room for improvement.
So I always, want to ask God to help me do that. Help me, because I'm a firm believer in that. I'm on this planet as a vessel.
Absolutely.
I'm a public servant. I'm here to help other people. I'm serving people. So that's what I want to do.
Don't let that go over your heads too.
Please don't let that go over your head.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so happy for us 3 Black women and men. I was trying to find a better word, but women and men just doing what we're supposed to do.
Yep.
It's dope. And I wish nothing but success to everybody in this room, at this
Everybody.
table. Thank you for coming on Champions Corner today. We had such a good time.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, you want to shout out
I think
your
this was
social
so
media?
dope. Yes, guys. So my social media is Coco Simone, COCOA SAMONE. And you guys can see all my other pages on there too.
I was gonna say, girl, you got so many
I
pages.
know, but go there first. That will guide you to everything else. That will guide you to everything else.
Shout out to y'all for tuning out to Champions Corner. I am Kayy Samone. Got my man Ali John. We are live at our home base of LRM Network. We will see you next week.